Are you all there? Nobody responds, huh?
We are here.
Ayush, good.
Yes, sir.
Shyam, very good, very
Yes,
good.
sir.
That at
Sir, we are
least
here.
some of you should respond. Then only I will feel to take the lecture and talk to you. Hmm? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Definitely, sir.
Yes, please, please. Sometimes you say hello, good morning. Typing every time is not good.
Morning, sir. How are you?
Good, good. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I'm very good. Anyways, can you tell me what we did in our last lecture? I suppose we have talked about the requirement of layered architecture, right? Complexity of the network, and why do we need to study everything in form of layers? I think
Yes, sir.
yes, right? So we'll continue the same thing. And the question here is, why do we need to study computer networks in layered architecture? Why cannot we make a single that is called program or single task and perform the operation? Because after all, whatever we are doing is not we are doing, it is being done by the computer. In a computer, whether you write a single program, multiple program, it does not make any difference for him. He will continue all the things together. So but despite of all these, what we do, we split the task of transferring data from source to destination in multiple layers or multiple phases, and we perform the operation with the help of different programs. Why it is necessary? Okay, so that's what we will see today, and we'll continue with the last lecture, and expecting that you will remember a bit from the last lecture when I will start this session, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
please let me know whether my voice is coming properly or not. One thing is, yeah, is it coming?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
yes, sir.
The operation of data transmission in a computer network is very complex. One thing is clear, that the operation of data transmission in a computer network is very complex, and that is why it is divided into several smaller independent parts. Each of the part is carried out by different layers. Now, there is a question. We are telling that our network design is discussed or studied under various. The question is it really necessary to have a layered architecture of computer networks? So let us analyze it without believing the statement that network architecture can only be studied under various layers, or in short, the functions carried out by the computer networks in order to transmit data should be divided into parts. Is it really necessary? Let us synthesize that concept and let us see, is it really necessary or not? Consider its use case. Let us say the BTech program, when a BTech program is taken by a student, then he needs to complete 60 different courses with at least 164 credits in a span of 4 years. And the objective here is to model this process. The process, actually the task is the process of study BTech program, and goal is to acquire the degree certificate. So what we will do with this case study, we will try to understand the concept of the layered structure. The concept of layered structure we wanted to examine the concept of layered structure in terms of a use case of BTech program with the task of BTech program study and with the goal degree certificate. Let's see, in a BTech program, the normal practice in a system is to group all the courses of the program into modules, say module for first semester, module for second semester, so on and so forth. And a candidate needs to study the first sem courses, and once he qualifies the course under the first semester, he or she is allowed to take up the second semester courses. This is the normal process carried out in academic system. But let us understand, let us think, is it possible to have a course in 1 year? That is, if I consider the BTech program, the choice 1 in 1 year. 1 year BTech program. Number 2, 4 years, but no intermediate exams, only one exam. One exam after 4 years. 4 years, right? So if I say that BTech program can be, or that is advised to complete in 1 year, that means in 1 year, the student has to study 60 courses. Is it possible? Maybe, because someone can claim that I will study all the 60 courses in 1 year, then I will appear for the exam, give me the degree. This is one choice, yes, it is possible. Second one, 4 years. In the 4 year, all the subjects will be studied together, and end of the 4 year, he will appear for exams, 60 course exams. And these 60 course exams will be carried out, let us suppose that in 1 week. So is it okay, or is it possible? Yes, logically, if you think possible, logically, if I say that we want to do this BTech program in 1 year, logically it is okay. Our main objective is to study 60 courses with 164 credits. If I can complete these courses, once you complete this all 164 credits, you will award the degree. So that is why I will do it in 1 year and I will get the degree. Or second one is also logically possible. Both the things are logically possible, but the problem here, is it feasible? Is it feasible? Feasible means, is it really practically correct to give 60 courses in 1 year? So the expert committee of academic system or the Indian education system has decided not to give it in 1 year because it is really difficult for one student to complete 60 courses in 1 year. That's why this option, this choice is not practically applied. Similarly, in 4-year course, if we consider that the 4-year course is 4 year, but there is no intermediate exam, there is also some practical issues. Completing 60 courses in 1 week or maybe 1 month, and it is difficult, is the first thing. Second thing, if you learn a subject today and if you appear for exam after 4 years, I don't think that you will be able to remember anything or you will be able to score well in the exam. That is why the academic system designed this BTech course into 4-year course by dividing into 2 multiplied by 4 is equals to 8 semesters. That means there are 8 modules. So these 8 modules, once you complete 8 modules, then only you will be allowed to give the exam. So again, let us ask questions once again. Can we change the process? I mean, can we allow a student to study all courses together, and once he or she completes all courses, a degree? Is it logically possible? Yes, logically yes, but it is feasible. Is it feasible? Feasibility is really questionable. Here, I'm assuming that we follow the standard norms of awarding the engineering degree. We follow the normal procedure where all the courses are divided into years or semesters. We follow the normal procedure where all the courses are divided into years or semesters, 2 semesters in each year, like this. And also with the criteria that once you finish 1 semester or 1 year, you are allowed to take up the courses in the next semester. So if I say this first year is, say, layer 1, second year is layer 2, third year is layer 3, and fourth year is layer 4. If I assume this way, that means the engineering education process or BTech program process is a layered architecture. It follows a layered architecture. BTech, in fact, the BTech program, it also followed layered architecture with 4 number of months. If I consider the first year, if I say the first year, second year, third year, and fourth year, this is the first layer, second layer, third layer, and fourth layer. After completion of the fourth year, this student is converted into an engineer, right? This is the process. So since taking all 60 courses together in 1 year or some other way is really difficult, that is why the academic system has designed the BTech program in modules or semesters and set the protocol by all the institutions that is intended to give the degree of awarding the degree only when candidate passes all the courses. Moreover, award the degree, the protocol actually, in this case, it follows certain standards. Those standards are this 50% is the pass mark, 60% first class, and so on and so forth. So altogether, if we consider, if you think about the use case of a BTech program awarding the degree of BTech engineering, then although it could be done in 1 year or 4 years without examination, but the academic system has decided to divide into certain modules, and after completion of all the modules that the student will be awarded. That is can be considered as a protocol for awarding the degree of engineering. Moreover, they have also set up the standards with certain marks and first class marks, second class marks that way. So after having the discussion on the academic system, one thing is very clear, that the layered architecture is important in the BTech system to make the things easier to carry out. It will not put pressure on students during their study of 4 years. Once they complete the first year, they need not have to think about the degrees or about the courses which are already studied, because that will because these courses are over means the knowledge you acquire in the courses may be required, but you need not have to appear for the exam once again. So now let us revisit the operation of the computer networks. As earlier, consider this website. Our task is to browse this website, facebook.com, and it will happen that user of the system will type this website and he will get the reply displayed on his laptop. Okay, so this is the process, and in between the data, that is the request of accessing the Facebook, will be transmitted to the Facebook server, transmitted to the Facebook server, and subsequently the reply will be transferred from the server. So during the process of transferring the request to the server and getting back the reply, this is accomplished in certain phases. In the first phase, get the URL. In the second phase, convert the URL, which is acquired in phase 1, into bits, sequence of bits. Then in the third phase, convert bit sequence into signals, and the fourth phase, transmit the signal, because this transmission line can only transmit signals. Neither it can transmit zeros and ones directly, nor it can transmit the human readable ASCII text in its own form. While considering the operation of performing or browsing the website, these are the phases carried out, and these phases are actually the task to be accomplished in order to get the reply from the Facebook or to browse the Facebook. So, but these are tasks. If I consider these are smaller tasks, or this is one task, phase 1 is task 1, phase 2 is task 2, that way. So, but who perform these tasks? A computer or a router? Because if I see the network, it's there is one backbone, national backbone, then it goes to the international backbone, then it goes to the server like this. And here, this is the end user sitting here connected to the internet. And here, these are routers, and this is a computer or laptop. So, in general, either a computer or a router perform this task. Task means here 1, 2, 3, 4 tasks are performed by the computer or a router. So basically this computer or router is nothing but some computing devices. If so, if it is that these tasks are not assigned or not accomplished or performed by human being, rather it is performed by a computer, then we must have to write a program to carry out the assigned task. That is, all the tasks, task 1, 2, 3, 4 is accomplished by the program which is integrated or which is written or installed in the computer or computing device, either in the router or in the laptop. So, if it is so, it seems that a computer, this is a computer or computing device, this is a computer or computing device, he has 4 tasks to do. Task 1 is accomplished by program 1, task 2 is done by program 2, task 3 is done by program 3, and task 4 is done by program 4. So altogether, it will complete the operation of sending the data to the server and getting back the result. So there are 4 programs that completed the task of transferring data from server to the client. But the question is it necessary of writing so many programs? Instead, we can write a single monolithic program and complete the task, because I wanted to say, instead of writing 4 different programs, write one program then complete the task. Because after all, the computer is going to do the job. That's why whatever the instruction we give to the computer, it will perform all the operations. So if this can be done by a single program, so that can be done in a single layer, one layer, or no layer at all. So what is the need of multiple layers, 1, 2, 3, 4, like this? So do you understand the logic? So I wanted to say, since the operation, since the task of transferring data or transferring information from one place to another is accomplished by program, instead of writing separate programs for each of the tasks, can we write a single program to complete the entire process? Again, the concept, logically, yes. In order to see the fact, let us have another use case in terms of computer programming. So here we are supposed to write a program to swap the content of two variables. Here, if it is the use case, then input will be two numbers. The task to swap value interchange 39, b equals to 35. Then after completing the task, after completion of the execution of the program, the value a will have 35, this value, and b will have 29. So now let us write a program for the task assigned. We have two choices in this case. One is to write one monolithic program. This is a monolithic program. Monolithic because we are writing only a single program where we are performing all the operations in single program. This is P1. This is one monolithic program. The second choice is this one. Here what we are doing, we are, instead of writing the entire code into the same program or function, main function, what we are doing, we are using a subprogram. We are using a subprogram. That subprogram will perform the operation of swapping, and then it will return the result and it will continue. That means this is a modular program. Modular program. But if you look at the operation carried out by the program, both the program, this is P2, say, this is P2, which comprises of P21 and P22. P21 and P22. Let us say this part is program P21 and this part is program P22. So this is a modular program, and if this modular program we compare with layered architecture, then this program P2 performed in layered fashion. In the first layer we have P21, in the second layer we have P22. P11 and P22. So after all, both the programs accomplishes the same task of swapping two elements A and B, two variables. If the initial, both the program will evaluate, if it is 29, 35, then after completion of this program, we will have A equals to 35, B equals to 29. Both the programs will perform the same. Then if it is so, then why do we write this type of program, which is layered architecture, instead of writing a monolith? I hope you know the answer, because modular programming, it is really easy to manage, and also it is easier to debug, and there are many advantages of using programs, and that is why the functions of data transfer in a computer network, data transfer is performed in layered fashion. Again, the question remains same. is it really necessary to have a layered architecture of a network model? By network model, we mean to say that operation of computer network in terms of transferring data is accomplished by group of layers, which is known as layered architecture. Is it really necessary? I hope at this point of time you will be clearly able to understand and clearly able to answer this question in your own understanding, because we have seen the use case of BTech program. It is possible to study all the courses together and get the certificate, but still we divide into some specific layers: first year, second year, third year, fourth year. The reason behind is to minimize the chaos and difficulties in obtaining the data. So I hope the things are clear and you will be appreciate the concept of layered architecture and the necessity of being layered the networking model. Okay, now tell me, you understood the concept? Why do we need a layered architecture in networking? Are you all there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we are here.
Yeah, okay, good, good. So have you understood what I have discussed?
Yes, sir. We understood the layers.
Yeah, you might have, this question might come to your mind, why so many layers in computer networks. Normally, it happens to every new learner of computer networks. And really sometimes,
Used for security.
yes, yes.
Sir, layer is also used for security.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true. But for security also, we put a different layer. In TCP/IP protocol, there is no inbuilt security implemented, right, at the time of designing it. That's why most of the security protocols are designed as auxiliary protocols, and most of them, like Kerberos, RSA, these all algorithms are designed later in the application layer. Okay.
So, sir, has algorithm when runs? Where
Hash
runs?
algorithm.
Where is which layer where has
These
algorithm
all
runs?
security protocols are implemented in the application layer. If you see very carefully, TCP/IP protocol, TCP/IP layered architecture or TCP/IP protocol stack, it does not give anything or any inclusion of security provisioning, right? That's why these protocols are implemented in the application layer,
Okay, sir.
right? And what it does, it writes one application. That application will make use of the TCP/IP protocol. Suppose you wanted to transmit data, it will put inside that that routing that application, right? Then it will communicate. But whatever, however, there is a concept there in IPv6. Up to some extent, the security is incorporated. One TCP/IP, I mean IP4, IP version 4 standard, where TCP/IP protocol is used, we do not have any clear security protocol implemented in the network.
Okay,
Right. There are small things are there. Most of the people, most of the people like header checksum. There is a concept included in TCP layer, included in IP layer. Few people claim that this is a one concept used for security provisioning, because if you change the data, if you try to alter the data, that is called data tampering, that is detected in the header. But it is not actually the security, but it is rather it is used for error provisioning, error detection, right? If there is data, there is some mistake in the checksum, then it means that data is altered, but that alteration was initially meant for alteration in the data through during transmission. That is erroneous data. So no security protocol is implemented in the TCP/IP protocol stack. That's why some application layer protocols are designed in order to implement that security provisioning. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Any more question?
No, sir, no questions.
Okay, good. How many of you can check the IP address of your computer or laptop from the command prompt?
Yes, sir. I'll check my IP address.
Yeah, how many of you can check it? What command do you use?
IP config.
ipconfig. It is in
ipconfig.
Yeah, ipconfig. This is in Windows, right?
Yes, sir.
Which connection do you
Yes, sir.
use? This is I think
Wireless connection, sir.
wireless connection. There is your
Wireless.
GSM connection, right? Your mobile phone through hotspot, mobile hotspot.
Not. Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Many of you use that. At this moment of time, do you have a laptop? I think obviously you have a laptop right now, right?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me, any one of you, say, who is talking to me right now?
Shubham, sir.
Shubham, can you tell me your IP address by typing that command?
Sir, IPv6 or IPv4?
Yeah.
Which IP address, sir? IPv6 also showing and IPv4
I
also
wanted
showing.
to know the IPv4 address.
Okay, sir.
Please type it.
I'll send my IP in chat.
Yeah,
box,
IP, you type it in the chat box. Anyone else want to try? Okay, 192.168.43.9, right? Now you open
sir.
the Google page
Yes, sir.
and write down what is my IP.
What is my IP? Yes, but he's showing different IP. It might be is IPv6.
Can you see any IPv4 address?
Sir, I'll share this IP also.
Yeah.
Think it's might be is the IPv6, sir.
Yes, it's showing IPv6 address, right?
Yeah, sir, is a public in Google. I'll check my IP, but it's showing up. Is your public IP address, sir?
Because the user. So that's what the same thing I can. I'll tell you. I'll tell you later. So this you have two addresses actually, right?
Yes, sir.
One is 192.168.43.19, and second one is some IPv6 address. So this IPv4 address is there in the system, but it is not been communicated. It is not been allowed to get it from the server, right?
Okay.
So you have, but
Yes,
it is not displayed. This is only because if you come to the Marwari campus and if you try this, you will find the IPv4 address because that restriction is not there. Okay, so this is also one kind of security. That means whatever IP address you have, because we know that this IP address is the address which we can display with the help of this ipconfig address, right? Ipconfig in Windows, ifconfig in Mac or Linux. But however, there is one layer of protection given.
the IPv6 address is encrypted. Yes, sir. Sir.
If you right, because 192 from two things. One is you are protected locally. It's a local private address that you are using in your own laptop. But when it go out, that IP address is used. Some other public address is being used for transferring data, right? This is also one kind of security provisioning. The 192.168.43.4.9, it is not actually visible on the net. Nobody can trust you with this number. There are two reasons. One is this is a private class of address. That's why it is not visible. Real intention of having this private address is something different, but still it can provide security because whatever you do, nobody can track you because you are in the private network. But however, when you go out, if somebody hacks you, it's a different issue. They use different tools. They use different techniques to hack you. It's a different issue, but still it provides one security provision. In fact, what I wanted to say, although TCP/IP protocol does not provide any direct method of providing security to you, it uses some applications. One example of such application is the firewall, right?
Yes,
you heard
sir.
about the firewall?
Yes, sir. I know, sir.
Yes, sir, we know.
That's great. That's great. That firewall protects you, right? That protection is only because of it's a strict provisioning of security, and this firewall is implemented in the application layer protocol, right? It provides some mechanism, and it is never been implemented in the network layer. It is never been implemented in the transport layer. Rather, it is implemented in the application layer, and that application layer will protect you. Overall, it will provide the security to you, to the network system. Right?
Yes, sir.
Moreover, few things we will discuss in next coming session, because see, content of the transport layer is not very difficult. It's a theoretical thing, and you can study, and so many good materials are there, so many good videos are there, but whatever I have discussed so far, I think you won't be able to get it somewhere else. And I feel that you should know this concept. That's why I'm taking care of. I'm discussing all these things, and based on that, you can study rest of the things. I will take one or two more lectures to study how actually it works and how the layers of network is really realized. Okay, it realized in practical network. That I wanted to show you, and during that those sessions, you need to know few commands. You need to know few commands and a few operations. You are supposed to do it from command line. Mostly, whenever we wanted to see the IP address of any laptop or any desktop, what we do, we simply go to some tools. We use some tools, GUI tools like this one, and then we click something like this. here, this is the, if you hack somebody, I should not show you my, I don't know, you may hack, right? Anybody practice hacking?
Not now, sir.
Yeah, you can do. It's not a bad thing. It's not, but it's not. Make yourself ethical. Say that you are ethical.
Ethical
hacker.
hacking is good.
Yeah, ethical hacking is good, but both of them are same almost. Okay.
Yes,
It's
sir.
only a term given to
If we
to hide themselves.
starting ethical hacking is
You are
is a
hacking
criminal.
other system. You are taking others person. Where is the ethics here? Tell me.
I think so. First of all, when we start the hacking, so first of all, we have to decide in our mind it's a good purpose hacking. First of all,
Are you really so good? I am not that good.
if you are thinking for some companies, if I thinking I want to hack the Reliance and Jio, so it's not good for. And
if you
his
say
data
that
also publishing.
Like we can use the hacking for the good things, not for the bad things.
If you think that I will not hack the Reliance to steal data, but I will say that I will hack the Reliance system to learn what they do. Okay, that is good, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I
And
don't
also,
know. I really don't know. Better not to
there
discuss. Session is recorded, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, anyways, so this is the way that I can check my IP addresses from most of the people normally do that. But as a computer engineer, you are supposed to use some command line like ifconfig, okay, ns lookup, this type of things, say www. We will discuss. Simply, I'm giving you some google.com. What is the IP address of Facebook? These things you should know, right? Those who do not practice this, you try to practice facebook.com like this. And also, if I wanted to see where this one is located or to whom it has been given, so what we can do here, we can go to some like DNS, sorry, where is it? Oh, authentication required. I think I have done something wrong. My internet is not working. So anyways, you can DNS, whois.dns, like that. There is one. Give me 1 minute.
So far,
Right. Domain name who is domain names tool. So if I type here, there is one more Roptex. So it is this Roptex EX, I think. This tool also you can make use of. So these tools are, if I write down here, then it will tell you who is the owner of this website. As like record, it's not important. Graph is not important. Who is? Please log into this. Okay, he wants me to log in. Okay, so this type of information is really required.
So this IP address is a permanent or
this is a public address. This is a public address owned by Facebook company, and this IP address is registered under, see here, facebook.com, and this is the registered under NIC. NIC means National Internet Council or something like that. They assign, this is the first authority that that is the topmost authority that assigns these IP addresses. They have the subnet mask of 19, the Facebook. So what is that you will learn in?
But some kind of some IP is a private IP.
Yeah, there is a set of three. There are three sets of IP addresses that I will discuss a bit when I will discuss the next session. So these are all private addresses. Only private addresses can be used for browsing the internet. Privates are used for local area networks only. Okay. So login anyway. So this whois, this is another one. So you can check where from this data are coming like this. It's okay. Well, I'm not a robot. Of bridges 1, 2. Is there anything? Yeah, this one also, I think, verify. Go. Okay, this one, right? That address, which one I was looking for? This one, 2 websites, from where it is coming. So these things you have to, this area is somewhere in different location. So these things you can go to so that you can understand, you do understand what actually going on. How do we really browse? So some other things we will show in my later sessions. The best way is to find, but I have to log in. This time it's not showing login page. I don't know why. So I will check in the next few coming lectures. Okay. So these things are important. By that time you this, and also I think NS, not NS lookup. This one will also trace root. Trace root is another command. Trace root command. This also you try. Trace root means I wanted to see how do we go to Google w.gle.com. Okay, so if I see, you can all will not shown here. All will not be shown here. You can see first I'm going to this server. This server is in Marwari University. And then I'm going to this server. This is also external interface of the Marwari University, 119.160. Okay, so how can I check it? This I can go where it is located. This is located in Rajkot. That will tell you exactly the location. And if from here, if you do that, you will get it. So this information you go once, we will discuss in detail. At least if you take few protocols. See, this is Ishan Network, Ishan NetSol. This belongs to Rajkot. They provide internet provider of the Ishan Net, Marwari University, and history. Rest of the information is records. This one, IP info, city undefined. I have to log in. Next time I will log in and I will tell you. But one thing is clear. This is belongs to Ishan NetSol, Ishan company. Okay, this belongs to Rajkot, India. So this is the server which is located in the Rajkot. If I go back to trace road, that means from Marwari University it goes to Rajkot. From Rajkot it goes to this server. If I see where it is server, probably this is in Gandhinagar or somewhere there. So you can trace the entire path. So I will explain everything later, but I just suggest to go through a few commands so that you understand my next coming lectures. Internet, to whom it is assigned. That's what we wanted to see. Graph, I don't want to see history. Historical stand. Who is this one? This one. I don't know why it is. You can log in. If you logged in, then yes, then you will see all the details. Waiting for login. There might be some problem in the internet connection. You try yourself, right? You try that. You come put this command trace route www. You see the first router. You see the second router, and try to track where these are located. So how many routers it has to go? I've shown you the internet national backbone and international backbone. So you can figure out and you can draw one diagram. So if you really wanted to learn things by hacking something, so these things are important. Okay, so always don't learn to hack. It is said that you hack to learn, right? And there are so many available free websites where you can practice these practical things of networking. You can, it's not a bad idea, but do it ethically. If you wanted to learn a few commands, you should know before really study the computer networks. Anyways, I will wind up today. We'll continue in the next lecture. Kindly your enrollment number so that I can take the attendance later. Okay. Please type your enrollment numbers. Don't write C70, C77. You write down the complete enrollment number. Those who have typed, it is okay, but do accordingly. Those who have typed may leave the meeting. It's okay.
Sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah, please tell me.
Sir, in hacking, most of hackers use a Tor browser. What is a Tor browser, sir?
Okay, Tor browser, it's a browser who will not reveal your identity. It's called anonymity. It's a method of anonymity.
Okay.
Are you interested in that kind of things?
Sir, I'll try most of when I
Yeah, if
diploma.
you want to
That
learn,
time
it's
I'll
not really bad. If you want to learn and meet me personally, I can show you something and you can do. But be careful that you do it in experimental way only, right? Because if you
Yes,
do
sir.
those things, you will really learn networking. Tor browser will tell you how these networks are connected, how the chain of routers are created. Many good things are there. But only thing, you should not use it for bad things. Okay.
Hello, sir.
If anyone interested, come to me. I will provide you the platform. You can learn.
Okay, sir.
Okay. I will make some arrangement to sit in my lab, in MTech lab, not my lab. We have a separate lab for cybersecurity MTech people. You can come and sit over there and you can do your experiments. I will give you machines. Don't worry.
हेलो सर.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, please.
सर जो उसमें टोर में जो डॉट ओनियन यूआरएल आता है वो कौन प्रोवाइड करता है? जो डॉट ओनियन
sorry.
टोर ब्राउजर में जो डॉट ओनियन यूआरएल आता है वो प्रोवाइड कौन करता है सर?
ये तो बहुत बड़ा नेटवर्क है which is provided by Defense Research Laboratory.
Okay.
All over the globe, they have thousands of different routers, and these are all hidden and nobody can access it. Only Defense Research Laboratory of USA, DARPA project, they have the access to it. And they are making it public. Everybody can use. Nobody will question you.
Oh.
But
Yes,
once you exit the Tor network and you harm somebody, then you will be in fault. Whenever you are there inside the Tor network, because you cannot remain always in the Tor network, you have to go. I mean, you have to go from outside Tor network to inside network, and then you have to exit to get into some other system. So end point and start point, these 2 points are visible to you and other person. But inside the network, what is happening, nobody can track. Okay.
So actually, when I research on a Tor browser, I'll find something. Tor browser is developed by FBI, US FBI. Is
Not
for
FBI
tracking.
necessarily. That is the DARPA project. That belongs to the Defense Research Laboratory of USA.
वो ब्रो आर्मी को पहले यूज करते थे, उसमें से ये हुआ है, अब हो गया है. वो सिक्योरिटी के लिए ही, वो सिक्योरिटी टेस्टिंग के लिए ही उन लोगों
Yes,
ने
yes,
डिफेंस सिस्टम नहीं बनाया था. इट्स नॉट अ बैड थिंग, यू कैन यूज.
And sir, one more thing, what is a dark web, sir? I'm trying to too much research on this, but I
Yes,
don't
dark
know
web,
what is a dark.
actually it's not very easy to explain what is dark web, but simply if you understand in simple words, dark web is the collection of some websites or computers or routers, basically some collections of some websites where illegal works are being done, like purchasing drugs, dealing with arms, okay, these type of things. But those web servers are not allowed to connect to the main internet stream. Okay, if you can connect to them, if you connect to it, you can connect. If you connect them, it is considered as offense, legal offense.
सर उसमें जो वेबसाइट होती है ड्रग्स की और गन्स की, मैंने देखा था उसमें सब पेमेंट सर बिटकॉइन में ही करना होता है.
Bitcoins may not necessarily. They actually forge credit cards. They create duplicate credit cards, and then they use those duplicate credit cards to hide their own identity.
बट सर उसमें तो सभी क्या पेमेंट का बिटकॉइन में ही प्राइस लिखा था.
हाँ, मोस्टली बिटकॉइन करते हैं क्योंकि आइडेंटिटी और रिवील नहीं होता. लेकिन बिटकॉइन परचेस करने के लिए तो कुछ पैसा देना पड़ेगा, वो कहाँ से देगा?
हाँ वो तो है सर.
वो जो स्टोलन क्रेडिट कार्ड से वो सब यूज करते हैं जो फॉर्ज्ड हैं.
Sir, I know credit card, duplicate credit cards. I have ideas of duplicate credit. It's a carding method. We have pay for a card.
Yes.
सर
Yes.
Because
Yeah, so many
my friend
methods
is
are
do this. Already do it, sir.
yeah.
What is
So you can do experiment, but it is never advisable to practice that. Okay, it's so that's why you should learn. You should know what is the this cyber law, and before starting this hacking, you should know the cyber law and you read it. Then you start. And hacking really, I have practiced many years, but I'm not that expert. I just tried for my own interest, but it's really good. Lot many things you can learn, lot many things, and those things you can use in your real life network. It's really good.
Sir, one more thing, sir, physically कब start होगा?
Physically तुम लोग आ सकते हो कभी भी. If you want to come, you can come at any moment.
सर आपका नंबर आप चैट बॉक्स में लिख दीजिए ना.
हाँ, क्यों नहीं.
सर मुझे भी साइबर सिक्योरिटी के बारे में थोड़ी इन्फॉर्मेशन चाहिए थी.
आ जाओ बात करते हैं. अच्छा है, एक टीम मिलेगा तो हम लोग काम कर सकते हैं ऑर्गेनाइज्ड वे में, बट नो इलीगल वर्क.
ओके. मैंने सर यूडेमी में जो आता है ना कोर्स स्केच का बिगिनर लेवल का स्टार्ट किया था, पर सर उसमें सब क्या होता है वो ही कमांड कहते हैं, उसके बारे में बताते नहीं कि ये कमांड वर्क कैसे करता है.
हाँ, मेरे पास भी काफी सारा यूडेमी में एथिकल हैकिंग का कोर्सेज पड़ा हुआ है. इफ यू नो, आई कैन गिव यू माय लॉगिन पासवर्ड.
एंड सर मैंने वो बुक सर्च की थी, हैकर्स प्लेबुक. वो सर यहाँ फिजिकली तो कोई शॉप में मिलती ही नहीं है.
नहीं, राजकोट में क्या, अहमदाबाद में भी नहीं मिलेगा. ऑनलाइन भी शायद ही अवेलेबल है.
अभी सर मैं बड़ौदा हूँ ना, तो मैंने यहाँ सर्च किया था क्रॉस वर्ल्ड में भी. वहाँ कहीं भी नहीं है.
नहीं, वो कोई यूज नहीं करता है ना. बहुत ही कम लोग हैं जो इसमें इंटरेस्टेड हैं, तो इसीलिए ये सब मिलता नहीं है. और जरूरी नहीं है बुक्स पहले, जरूरी नहीं है. कुछ चीज है. तुम लोग इंटरेस्टेड हो तो आओ ना, कभी बात करते हैं. हमारा एक अच्छा प्रोफेसर है जो रियली अच्छा काम करता है.
ओके.
हम मिलके बात करते हैं, थोड़ा छोटा मोटा चीज. लेकिन हैकिंग कोई नहीं सिखाता, अपने आप को सीखना पड़ता है. हाँ,
वो तो सर वो तो
हाँ, ऐसा है.
I know, sir.
ऐसा है.
कौन सा कोड कहाँ पे रखा है, सीखेगा.
तुम लोग ये लॉगिन nitul.gmail.com, ये लॉगिन और पासवर्ड nitul123 यूडेमी में लॉगिन करना. वहाँ पे कुछ कोर्सेज मैंने रखा है स्टूडेंट्स के लिए ही, परचेज करके मैंने भी पढ़ा था. यू कैन यूज इट. देयर आर वेरी गुड वीडियोज वायरलेस हैकिंग के बारे में. बहुत ही अच्छा ट्यूटोरियल है. मतलब वो अच्छे से, वो लेबोरेटरी एनवायरनमेंट में ही काम आएगा. प्रैक्टिकल सिनेरियो में आजकल वो, क्योंकि वो सिक्योरिटी बढ़ गया ना.
Yes, sir.
बढ़ गया, लेकिन तुम एक्सपेरिमेंटल सेटअप में भी करोगे तो काफी सीखने को मिलेगा. कैसे सेटअप नेटवर्क एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर तभी बन पाओगे if you know this type of tricks. So you can make use of this login ID if you want. I don't mind.
मेरा फ्रेंड भी सर वो जो
Thank you very
साइबर उसने भी कहा था कि नेटवर्किंग क्लियर होना चाहिए।
हाँ, नेटवर्किंग क्लियर एक दिन में तो होने वाला है नहीं, ये
ये-
कंटिन्यूअस प्रोसेस, लाइफ लॉन्ग प्रोसेस, एवरीडे कुछ पढ़ो, थोड़ा सा पढ़ो उसको, और तुम 10 कमांड्स मिलेगा उनसे एक भी काम नहीं करेगा, लेकिन फ्रस्ट्रेट नहीं होना है, कहीं ना एक ना दिन कहीं ना कहीं लग ही जाएगा।
और सर आप कॉलेज ही हो अभी के?
हाँ, मैं कॉलेज में ही हूँ, रेगुलर आता हूँ।
तो सर फ्री कब होता है? तो
हाँ, फ्री तो नहीं हूँ, तुम लोग बोलोगे तो वी विल फाइंड सम टाइम, फिर नॉर्मली फ्री तो होता नहीं हूँ, लेकिन एनीवेज आई विल मेक द अरेंजमेंट टू डिस्कस विथ यू गाइस, डोंट वरी फॉर दैट, इफ you are really interested.
Okay,
But
sir.
please keep it in mind, okay? I do not have time to waste. If it is
Okay.
useful, then only I will use.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay,
Anyways,
sir.
thank you. And
Okay, thank you.
it's really good that you are interested in doing something. You come to me, and there are a lot many things to do. Like you can do research on this backbone network, undersea cable. Nobody explores it.
Yes.
Nobody, even most of, I don't know how many of you knew it before my lecture that there is a undersea cable, and nobody explores much, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, I know the latest new cabling in undersea cable. 1000 terabytes per speed.
Yes, those things are coming up now. If you wanted to learn, you should know.
Is 100.
Yeah, which is followed by this internet traffic. You should know all these things, right?
Yes, sir.
Anyways, hope to see you soon.
Okay, sir. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
bye.
Have a good day, sir.
Yeah, same here. Bye-bye.